Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. That was quite interesting because halfway through that countdown, I froze completely, and I thought, "Oh, Mick, you're going to have to pick up the reins here."
I'd have stepped
But
in.
of course you would have. But we're back. We're back. We had a month off. Oh, I haven't got my light on. Hang on. Not that you want me to light myself up even better. I got a bit of sunburn this morning. I went out for half an hour with the dog, and that was that. Yeah, no, basically we're back. We missed last month. We had a month off, and basically we're back with our guest this month, Liz Brewster. Hello,
Hello.
Liz.
Hello. Hi.
How have things been? Because we were saying just before we started the live stream that basically we've known each other for ages now.
We've known each other a long time. We're still both here doing our thing.
Poor you. Poor you.
No.
And as usual, we've got Mick doing the bells and the whistles and all the technology. So if you've got any questions you want to ask Liz as we progress, then please feel free to put them into the comments and ask away. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk mainly about health and safety because that's how you started off. But now you've actually branched out a little bit more doing the old HR.
We have, yeah. Well, obviously we're known for doing health and safety, and that's what we've always done. And then in lockdown, when everybody was going a little bit crazy, I suddenly decided maybe we put HR onto the business. It's something I do get asked for, as well as the health and safety. Every meeting, we'd always get asked some HR question, and I'd always maybe give my opinion, but not a professional opinion, and sort of refer work to other people. And I thought, well, are we missing a trick here, really? And should we be adding HR onto the business? So I had a couple of phone calls with Dee Newton, and here we are nearly 4 years later. We've added HR onto the business and making it a good success. So
can you pull your mic away a little bit?
Yes,
because you're kind of blowing into it, and it's like so 4 years you've been doing them both.
Nearly 4 years in October, and obviously the first couple of years we had lots of things to do, like updating website and branding. We changed the company name and everything else to obviously reflect that we're more than just health and safety.
Doesn't it?
I think a little bit. There's a lot of jokes about health and safety.
There is. I mean, I've got a story I'll tell you, which my father, he's a Daily Mail reader, so you know what you could expect there, but. At the end of the day, he basically said, we'll visit him once. He had the paper. Oh, look, health and safety. Oh, health and safety. I said, what's the matter? He said they've cancelled the cheese roll-in because it's too dangerous. And he said the police and the health and safety people have stepped in and they've cancelled it. And I thought, well, why does it matter to you? You never go anyway, and you've never been. But secondly, I thought, that doesn't sound right because it's a dangerous thing anyway. So, it didn't make sense. So this was back in around about 2007. If you remember, we had a lot of rain. We had a bit like this summer, very rainy summers in 2005, 2007-ish. So I went onto the website and I said, the organizers have cancelled it, not health and safety. No, it isn't. I said, Dad, I'm on their website. It says the police and health and safety did not stop it. We stopped the event because it's too wet, and it was safety of the spectators over the stupid people who run down a hill. Sorry if you do throw yourself downhill chasing cheese. Each to their own.
The thing is, it does get a bad name, and a lot of people get out of doing all sorts of things because they blame health and safety. And actually, a lot of places I go, and it does make me giggle a little bit to myself because people do say, for health and safety reasons, you can't do that, or can you just move like a centimetre that way because of health and safety? And it's absolute load of rubbish, most of it. And on occasions, I have actually asked them on what health and safety grounds is that, and they can't answer, obviously, because it's nothing to do with health and safety. But I think it's an easy one for people to get out of doing something or wanting you to do it a certain way is to blame health and safety on everything.
Get out of work free card.
I mean, I used to, when I first started, which was a lot of years ago, really. So 2006, I started doing it, and I was always dreading like if you went to the pub, what people would say, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I'd always dread saying health and safety because it always came as a bit of a joke, or I mean, now I'm really proud of it, so I'll shout it from the rooftops.
Exactly.
But back when I started, I was very like, oh no, please don't ask me what I do, because it's always like, oh no, you're not one of them, are you?
Oh, you've come to ruin our fun.
Yeah. No, I just try to save some lives, that's all.
Oh no, I just came out for a meal.
Yeah. So on occasions, you do have the heated debate in pubs and things about it. But now, I mean, I love it now. I'd love to have a heated debate about it. But back then, when I was very new to it was all a little bit, no, I don't really want to say what I do.
Yeah, I think in the early 2000s, though, it really went through a bad rap, like what you're saying about people using it as a get out of work card. And I think that the media kind of, nothing really exciting was happening, so they kind of leapt all over every single health and safety story.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a sensible thing to have, quite simply because well, we need health and safety, So it's a no-brainer for me. But the thing is, you've not only have you got HR as well as health and safety, but you're also doing e-learning.
Yes, so we've just put e-learning onto the business quite a few months ago now, and again, we were using a third party, if you like, to send all our clients to do all this e-learning. Yeah. And then we thought, well, why are we doing that when we could actually put something onto the business? So again, it's taken a bit of time to get that up and running. Obviously, has to go on the website, and people can actually go on and buy it off the website as well. But they're very affordable e-learning courses. We've got not just health and safety subjects and HR, really. We've got all leadership and management. We've got all sorts of different courses on there, and they're all on the website for you to have a look at. And you can even do a free trial if you want to just trial one out.
Oh, right.
The quick courses, it's hard sometimes for employers to let their employees go for a full day's training. You've got travel and everything else that goes with it. So these are just a nice little snippet of information that they're obviously accessible from wherever they are.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're doing similar, obviously, with our training and stuff. It's on demand or it's interactive.
Yeah.
And I think education is becoming more and more important these days, and sharing information, because at the end of the day, I don't think you can sell anymore. I don't think anybody can sell, because we have so much easy access to information that, I use an analogy where, if we were brother and sister, 30 years ago, if I said, oh, Liz, you got to get yourself up to Bamburgh, it's beautiful, it's lovely, we just had a lovely holiday with the family up there, you'd be like, oh, you'd probably take my word on it. Whereas now, the first thing you do is Google it.
Yeah.
That's just, where was it? Oh, right, lovely. Oh, it looks nice. Yeah. So now no longer do you have to take people's word of mouth and stuff like that. So I think it's very important, because people buy from people. Which is why we push the video stuff, because it gives you a chance to show your expertise. And
that's it. And we're all about giving information away, and we're very much into sort of the blended learning as well. So we don't just say e-learning all the way. It's all about blended learning, and that can take all sorts of different shapes, really. And so that's what we try to promote. But we give loads of information away on our social media, and we're always doing that. Just added value, really, for our clients, and not clients as well, because obviously all sorts of people follow us on social media who aren't clients. So it's about that added value, I think, of actually, let's give this information away. Why not share it?
Yeah. Mick, can you bang that? I see you put the web address into Facebook and YouTube. Can you bang it into LinkedIn as well? LinkedIn's a bit funny on this, Liz. It doesn't play nice with other platforms, so you have to do it twice. Right. Which is frustrating, but so really are expanding, and it's really good to see, over the years. Watched you go. Well, we used to do videos with you way back in 2014, I think.
You did, and I absolutely hated it back then. But you made the process so much easier. A long time ago, and we started with the videos, and we've obviously just now, we're trying to get back into that as well. I think we've had a period where we've that's had to take a little bit of a back seat. But now with obviously your video club and everything else, then we're really getting on board with getting the videos back out there, which again I think's great, because people can just, if they don't have time to read a big document or whatever you want to talk about, they can just maybe just play it in the background while they're doing something else, or it's just accessible, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about content creation. It's about being visible. It's about being seen. It's about getting out there. But yeah. And it was really cool. The other month we came to your expo.
Yes,
first one, wasn't it?
It was the first one in March. Yeah, so time flies, isn't it? 'Cause we're now in July. But yeah,
I got to cut you off. I got to say, for the first event, it was buzzing. It was absolutely. We thought, we'll go along for a couple of hours. We were there for the entire thing.
I know.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Absolutely banging.
Well, we did put our heart and soul into it, to be honest. As we do with whatever we do, really. So yeah, the first one was in March. It's a Skipton Business Expo, and it's at the Town Hall in Skipton. And we just did it for 10 till 1, just for a short period, because I've been to lots of these exhibits and they drag on a little bit, and sort of you get the buzzy period, and then in the afternoon it's really quite dire and everybody just wants to go home. So I thought, right, if we just do it 10 till 1, just do it for 3 hours. And then it really was that buzzy, great atmosphere, wasn't it? From start to finish, really.
It was really good, really well attended, really good stalls. The venue was just the right size.
Yep.
Which was perfect, because it didn't feel too cramped, and it didn't feel like, oh my God, it's too much space. Sometimes you go to them and there's like far too much space, or they're a bit cramped and you end up bumping into people. But no, it was really good. So you got the next one in September the 4th.
Yes.
In Skipton.
Yep, same venue. Yep.
Same venue, so that's Skipton Town Hall.
That's it.
Yeah. Which and again, is that 3 hours and...
Yeah, so it's 10 till 1 again. We've actually expanded it. We've just moved the tea and coffee into a different room, so we've got a little bit more space. We've actually got 30 exhibits this time. We had 24 in March, and we filled the 30. No problem. So obviously now we just inviting more delegates, really.
Yeah. Well, we took. Well, I say we. Mick took loads of footage when we were there in the March one. So he's just, before we started coming on the stream, he said he'll do you a little promo as well.
Yeah, do promo of it all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Firstly, I've got to say as well, because you know me, I'm a bit shy when it comes to all this stuff, but I would talk it with loads of people. Everyone was really friendly and chatted away, and I even met someone I hadn't seen for about 20 odd years.
Well, that's it. But so no, we had some really good feedback on it, and I think it was just great for local businesses to see each other again and get out there, because I think since the lockdown as well, I don't think people have sort of got back out there yet. Sometimes some people haven't. They just and it was a good opportunity for everybody locally just to get together. And actually, we had people coming from all over the place, so it wasn't just the immediate area anyway.
No, it was good. Just to explain to everybody, Mick is not a networker. In fact, when I was in BNI, Mick used to sub for me, and he used to ring me after the meeting to basically brag about how many bacon sandwiches and cups of coffee he got.
Yeah, well, there is that.
And then
he used to ring out and go, he used to say, I got 4 bacon sandwiches down my neck and 6 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
He's getting his money's worth, eh? No, it's brilliant. So you got a bit of a summer offer coming up, I've heard.
We have, yeah. So we try and do special offers throughout the year. So we've got a summer offer, which is our health and safety and HR retainer combo. So you get 12 months for the price of 10, which we think is obviously a fabulous offer.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts included in that. Obviously, you're part of a retainer, so you get as and when you need it. You get your staff handbooks, your contracts of employment, your health and safety policy, risk assessments, all the normal stuff really within that. But we're also on hand for throughout the year then to answer any questions. You've got access to us whenever you want, really, telephone and email advice. We can jump on meetings with you as well. So we always like to run a bit of a special offer for people. So that's our summer one.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Oh, we thought so.
I was thinking maybe we could do something similar. It is a good idea. So Another thing that you mentioned as well is that you kind of did you say you're going into the mental health sphere?
Yeah,
Or
so yeah, well, we're trying to get more into the sort of well-being side of things as well. Obviously, we want to people to look after the staff as well. So we're putting on some mental health first aid courses, which we haven't done before either. So we've got two running. One is an online one. And one is a face-to-face. So it's the level 3. It's the 2-day course. So we've got one course in September and one in November, which is a face-to-face, again at the town hall in Skipton, so it's nice and accessible.
Right.
So we're using a tutor to come in and carry those out for us. So that's something we're trying to promote at the moment. As actually, it's really important to have mental health first aiders in the workplace, and it focuses very much on the workplace as well. Does this course? We sort of adapt it to the workplace, if you like. So we're trying to sort of, I think probably the HSC will bring in that. Maybe everybody should have a mental health first aider in the workplace. So we're just trying to get ahead of it, really, and try and encourage people to actually do that.
Yeah. So I don't know who's actually put this comment, Mick, but it says host. There's no name. So yes, but
Timothy Waite LinkedIn.
Is it Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically, people do health. I think mental health in the workplace is really important and stuff like that. I mean, the whole culture now we have of focusing on people's mental wellness. I'm not a big fan of the term mental health, if I'm really honest, because we all have mental health, whether you're absolutely depressed or absolutely ecstatic. We all have mental health, and I think it needs a new name.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's a really weird one, but but I think I think with the society culture that we've got with the internet and stuff now, people focus too much on things that really they shouldn't be focused on. Like what's going on in America, what's going on. Really, do we need to focus on these things as much? But we've got so much information being thrown at us that it's hard to avoid.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's like really, really difficult to actually step away from, unless you actually just. Well, I always say, even if you went and lived in a cave, your cave would have Wi-Fi.
Well, that's true.
But yeah, so and I agree with you that I think the health and safety will benefit from people managing mental health, or businesses managing mental health better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because obviously we're a big supporter of like suicide prevention as well. So it's spotting the signs early. You might be able to, as a mental health first aider, you might potentially be able to save somebody from taking their own life. You just don't know, and it could be work related, or it could be obviously personally home related. But actually knowing what to look out for, we think is really important. So all the dates and everything on our website, and you can actually book online through our website as well for those courses. So we're hoping that we'll have a really good interest and get some bums on seats really for that.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It sounds really good and well worth attending, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's it's good. Yeah, so wow. And you're getting back into videos. You keep throwing poor Megan.
Well, Megan, so we decided that Megan would be the video queen because she loves stuff like that really, and she was the last into the business, so we're like, right, okay, well, we'll have Megan. She's the youngest.
You're the youngest. You're doing all the videos. What?
Yeah, you're doing the videos. But to be honest, both Tony and Megan, well, and Dee really, but they're like sponges. So enthusiastic, young and enthusiastic, and like sponges. They just absorb everything. So I'm like, right, okay, let's get Megan involved in the videos. So obviously she's done all your courses. We're part of the video club, which is really great. And she's learning lots. She's getting lots of information. I know she's had a couple of one-to-ones with you, Gareth, which have been really helpful as well. So we've actually got a date in our diary to do a full day of filming.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to go to Broughton Hall. We just need to ask permission, but we're going to go to Broughton Hall and do some outside things, and they've got loads of different areas where we can shoot some really good videos. So we've actually got that in the diary. You'll be pleased to know. So watch this space. There'll be some winging its way over at some point.
Stuff. We like that. We like that. We've actually filmed inside Broughton Hall.
Yes.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually acted in Broughton Hall.
Have you?
Yeah.
In what were you in?
Murder Mystery Night.
Oh, right. Okay.
I was. I did a part there. There was a chap came up from London with his entire family, and he booked the entire place for his family. And at the end, I was running it, the murder mystery, and they have to work it all out. And excuse me, basically, I had a deadline to get them outside because then there was a fireworks display. Okay, and I got them all outside in the deadline. Fireworks display went off, and it lasted for ages. And I turned around to this guy they were up from London, Essex. And I said, I bet you like Yorkshire prices. He said, don't I have? I said, that would have cost you 3 times as much in bloody London. He was like, yep.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've acted in there, filmed in there. Yeah. And it's a lovely, lovely venue. It's a great place for filming.
Oh, definitely. But obviously, we had our office there before.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's really good. And obviously now you now work in the hut. Or the hub?
Well, the pod. It's called the pod. The pod.
I knew I'd get it wrong.
It's the shed. But yeah, the pod. No, we've got a pod at MC now, so we're really happy in here. And obviously, we're flexible working, and that's what we promote as well. So we can work from home. To be honest, we can work from anywhere. We don't really, as long as we've got Wi-Fi, we're right. So we can work from anywhere.
It's mad these days, but it's absolutely mad how you can just pretty much work from anywhere and all the rest of it. And I think, lockdown kind of emphasized that, made us all realize that we were capable of being more flexible. Yeah. Even though it was a pain. But it was like a busman's holiday for me and Mick because we work from home anyway.
Yeah.
So, he works from his and I work from mine. We did try working together in the same office at the beginning, but we just got on each other's nerves. So, when he's editing, all I can hear is rewind and redo, rewind, redo, rewind. And when I'm on the phone disturbing the editing, then it just we thought, well, if we're going to have an office, we need two different offices. Well, what's the point in that? What's the point in that? We might as well work from home. So, yeah.
No, well, I think it works, and a lot of our clients do home working as well, which obviously we assess the risks and everything else that goes with it. But it does work. I think with technology now, you can just work from anywhere. And we like to promote our services as very personal and face to face. But to be honest, a lot of people like the remote anyway. I think health and safety more than the HR, we have to go and visit really and see things. If you're doing a site, you need to do that site visit really sometimes. But with the HR, it can be very remote, and I think people like that. They don't have to take up as much time, just log on to a Zoom or a Teams or whatever, and just get the meeting done. And away we go.
Here's a question for you then. Well, we work from home. Health and safety question. I wouldn't throw a HR question at you because your expert isn't with you. But do you need risk assessments when you work from home?
Well, I think you naturally do a risk assessment anyway. You assess everything. You cross the road, you do a risk assessment, don't you? You don't know you're doing it. But I think the magic number really is 5. So if you have 5 or more employees, that's when everything has to be written down. So you wouldn't necessarily, you'd assess the risks to yourself, but it's your business as well, so it's a little bit different. If you got an apprentice that then worked from home, then I would expect we would do a risk assessment for that person, for example.
Right. Okay.
But you you wouldn't have to have reams of paperwork for you and Mick working from home. But you would not naturally assess the risk, wouldn't you?
We had a bit of palaver, didn't we? Because we had a work experience lad, and they wanted us to jump through all these hoops and stuff, and we were kind of just doing him a favour, really, but we kind of did it privately in the end because I knew him. He's kind of supposed to be like a nephew to me, So we kind of did it on his own, didn't we? Out in his school holidays. So he got the experience, and we didn't have to jump through all the hoops.
That's it.
We often get calls about doing placement, and it would be fine, but like the lad Mick's mate's son.
Yeah.
It had to be when we had a project on. Otherwise, he would literally come in and sit and watch me doing workshops and setting up.
Yeah.
It'd be pointless. But it has to be. So with that one, we had filming work on during his school holidays. So it was a great opportunity for him. But, I think it's a bit difficult when you work from home to take apprentices and stuff like that.
And I think because of health and safety, sometimes, again, that gets blamed for people not taking work experience people on. But actually, it doesn't have to be that difficult. You would do a young person's risk assessment, and basically it's all about supervision and not asking them to do something that they're not capable of doing. You're not going to just suddenly send them out to put a scaffolding up or anything like that. You're just not going to give them anything to do. You've got to give them the experience, obviously, because that's what they're there for, but not giving them something that they're not trained or competent to do. And it's all about supervision, really, and just assessing the risk, doing a risk assessment, and away you go. But I think people again blame, I can't because it's too difficult to actually do. But that's where we can come in, because obviously we can help with all things like that.
I remember one of the first videos we did with you, and I still use the story when I'm talking about breaking a video down into sections, the introduction, content, and call to action. And one of the first videos we ever did with you was risk assessment video, and I still use the story as an example for basically how you get to the point. Say, okay, it's that time of year, blah blah blah. Here's 5 things you need to remember. Then not giving away all the information, and then your call to action is not that difficult. But at the end of it, still making it sound like, hey, because I've always thought the people who do risk assessments in the office are like, hey, John, it's due. You did it last year. Oh, okay. How did I do that? So I always use that as an example of video structure, getting to the point, not giving too much away, and all of it. So it is interesting. It is very interesting. Anyway,
the thing I remember as well about working with you were pushing the instead of newsletters, typing out all this stuff. Garrett's idea was to do a video newsletter, wasn't it? Just send a link, click a link, and it worked to trade, didn't it?
Yeah. With Debbie.
Yes.
With Debbie, yeah.
Yeah, no. I think the thing is, there's so much content now, isn't there? We've got a Monday.com board full of content. It's just now we're just ready to do it now. I think we've got software as well. So we've got health and safety and HR software. So again, that'll be great to get a video on that to actually show a demo of components of all that software as well. So we've got lots and lots of content we can do. We just need to now put everything that Megan's learned into action, really, and get it done.
I remember you having a go at me ages ago.
What, me?
Yeah, because when we first worked with you, you said about I said, right, just have a whiteboard and jot ideas on it, and then you said to me I was costing you a fortune in whiteboards. Because you kept having ideas about what to make and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember it was I was like, oh yeah, quite funny. But now you've got Monday.com, so you don't have to worry about it. Now you got that.
We're not doing the whiteboards anymore. We've got great systems in place that we don't need to do anything like that. So no, It's just literally, and obviously we've bought a little bit of equipment, but that wasn't expensive to get set up either. We've just got what you suggested, the tripod and everything else, and the microphones. So we've
the tech has come. If you think about when we were first working together.
Oh gosh, we seem to have all sorts.
It was all sorts. There was wires in the way and all sorts of things. Nowadays, it's just the tech has just come on so far. It's just mad.
I think as well, it's just a little bit more relaxed now. I think back then you always seemed to have to be a little bit more formal, or we maybe felt like you did. But I think now you could just literally have your phone in your hand, and it's all a little bit more relaxed now. And I think people like that as well, rather than just being too formal.
Well, it's like I always say, the message is more important. Yeah, what you're trying to get, message you're trying to get across. Yes, it can't be garbage where, you know, it is really poor quality, but a little bit of lighting, a little bit of like good audio and stuff like that, and away you go. Because it's about getting your personality out there. It's about getting your, you know, you getting yourself out there, getting visible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people worry too much. And
Yeah.
I even meet people who worry about what people will say about the content. You know, they might disagree with me or something like that. And I think that you know, there's three types of people on the internet. You know, there are people who agree with you, great, have a conversation. There's people who disagree with you, great, have a conversation. And there's dickheads.
Yeah.
You'll never get away from them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, at the end
You'll
of the day,
you'll have to say that on a live stream.
I can say what I want.
I've been trying not to swear.
I knew what story were coming. I worried I was going to describe the last category.
I'm like started going, oh, don't swear.
It's not really swearing, is it? Dickheads. You know, but they are, aren't they?
Yeah,
you know?
some of them.
So, you know, so they're out there, and I always say ignore them. You know.
Well, I think as well, we're not your typical health and safety and HR consultants. No. I mean, I've taken over from people and they used to dread the health and safety person coming because they'd just be, well, mainly male, dressed in suits, you know, and just really like clipboard type, you know, telling him off all the time. And we have a totally different approach. We're human. We get to know our clients really well. We have a right laugh at the meetings most of the time. Depends on the client. Some are very like, you know, just want to just get it done. And others, we chat for ages about other stuff. And then we go, right, let's talk about health and safety then. So I think we're different to what people sometimes envisage as a health and safety consultant is, or a HR consultant. We try and, you know, well, we don't try. We just be ourselves, to be honest. And you know, I'm fine for that to come over on videos and be a bit more informal and have a bit of a laugh with it, to be honest.
Exactly.
It's a serious subject, but we've got to have a bit of a joke and a bit
of a laugh.
You've got to be yourself.
Yeah, you've got to be yourself. You can't. There's no point pretending to be somebody else, is there?
No.
So So well, time to start wrapping up now, though. But thank you very much. I will say, as a live stream virgin, you did very well.
Well, thank you very much.
That was good. It's not actually hard, is it? You just literally talk, don't you?
You just talk. It's absolutely fine. If anybody's thinking about doing it, just do it.
Yeah, do it. Do it's brilliant for your social media profile.
Yeah.
When you do live streams and stuff, and with the way that we set this up, you then shared this to your own socials.
Well, I think I did. Yeah, I tried. I think I did.
Yeah, so we are streaming to loads of different platforms at the moment, and it's really easy.
We don't. Has anybody watched it? We don't know, do we?
We had somebody on from YouTube earlier. I noticed a couple come on there. LinkedIn, I can never see LinkedIn because I don't know how many are watching on LinkedIn because you need the feed, and that's just distracting because it's like 40 seconds behind the actual what you're saying. So when you've got the feed coming there, it's too distracting. So I turn off. That's why Mick does all the bells and whistles because he doesn't get distracted then.
Yeah.
I just literally do the chatting. So I'm hoping that we'll see you do live streams in the future.
Well, quite possibly, yes, if you're going to teach us how to do it.
Well, it's funny you say that because we were jotting down ideas for our talks and little things like that, and live streaming's on there as a training aid.
Brilliant. So, I think that'll be really good. And obviously Dee will come on and do one for the HR for you. Yeah. For the HR side. She's the HR lady. So she'll be happy to come and do that.
Good. You say she'd be happy.
Nominated again. They're used to it. It's fine. They're used to it.
Yeah. So we've got what we got coming up then, Mick. We've got a webinar next Friday, which is going to be on camera confidence and presentation skills, I believe. We've got. You what?
I put it into chat.
You put it into the chat, right? Yeah, camera confidence and presentation skills next Friday. That's 9:30 till 10:30, and then we've got in the afternoon a micro workshop which is mastering. Have I gone? Can you still?
No.
Oh, there,
No,
I
you're
froze
still here.
again. Oh, I froze again.
No.
Yeah, so we've then got the micro workshop in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, which is
TubeBuddy?
basically, yeah, Master YouTube using TubeBuddy. Oh, that's a good product, Liz. £3 a month, and it's basically, it's like, it just does keywords and all sorts and everything for you. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's great for YouTube. And then, so going into the week after that, on the Friday, the 28th, is it 26th? We've got YouTube, haven't we? Oh, that's the same Friday. So we got a YouTube workshop on that day as well, 12 until 2:30. So if you want to use YouTube, which you should because Google own it, and if you're going to do videos for business, you really should put them on there. Then basically we'll be running the workshop interactively. You'll be able to come along and learn all about YouTube, setting it up. If you set it up properly, you can save yourself 90% of the work, to be really honest with you. And then we're kicking off on the 2nd of August with our creating video for business 101 workshop, which is the first of 3 sessions. So we'll have the first 3 sections then. Then we'll be obviously into August, where we'll be doing those workshops and more webinars to come. And if you are interested in creating videos and you want to learn about live streams, by all means, check out the Video Creators Club, because we will be happy to help you get started and support you. I think that's it. Is that it? Did I do it all right? Video Q&A on the 7th of August as well. And we're going to be doing one of these topics that I've written down. I think actually what we're going to do is repurpose video to text articles. That's going to be a good one, because you can take the actual spoken word and turn it into articles using AI. And
that'll be interesting.
Really clever, really clever. We've got a system that we're basically going to be showing people how to do that. And that's a live stream as well. We like live streams. All right then, Mick.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Liz, for coming along.
Well, thanks for having me.
I hope you enjoyed your first live stream ever.
Oh, I loved it. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good. Well, thank you for being our guest, and thank you for telling us all about the stuff. And we look forward to seeing you at the Skipton Expo as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be really cool. All right.
Have a nice day. See you later.
See you later. DJ, play us out.
Do what?
Play us out.
All right, hang on then.
This is